Hey guys, Steve here. So it's been 2 weeks since my last vlog, or my first vlog I should say. Quite a bit's been going on. I just haven't had a lot of time to do anything. I think where I left you last, I was out hunting for parts in order to make a video. Video turned out great. Ended up learning a lot in the process when it comes to video editing. Ended up making 2 different videos in the course of the last 2 weeks. I made my anti-theft device video, and then I ended up editing a snowboarding video. So me and my buddy went snowboarding last week and recorded a lot of footage. He shared his footage with me, I shared my footage with him, and then we had a little contest to see who was better at editing down video. Obviously I think mine is better than his. Different music that we cut it to, they kind of have a different feel to them. I'll actually post those snowboarding videos right up in this area, so if you want to check those out. When I initially recorded my how-to video, my anti-theft device video, I ended up screwing up my computer hard drive. So I've been rocking a MacBook since 2008, or 2009 I got this, but this is the late 2008 version of it. It's been a great computer. Never really had any problems with it except for minor things like had to replace the power supply because that frayed out. Battery got swollen, so I had to replace that. Wasn't keeping a charge. But for a battery that lasted 6-7 years before it finally crapped out, great. And then I ended up putting a solid state hard drive in here too in order to give it a little extra speed and boot up time. So when I was recording the how-to video, it ended up overheating during the encoding process, and I just got so annoyed with it, I ended up going out and I bought a new computer. So I actually went out and got a MacBook Pro. This is the newest version of it. I just don't have the one that has the fancy keyboard because I don't need that. It was an extra cost, and you know, the only extra thing that came with it was 2 extra USB ports were on the other one. So this one comes with 2 USB-Cs and then the headphone jack on here, and I believe the other one had two extra USB-Cs on here too. So loving this computer. Encodes videos so much better. I'm actually able to play 1080p video on this one, where my old one would crap out all the time. It would be very stuttery when you'd watch the videos on there, if it played the video at all. Way better to cut video. You know, trying to cut my first vlog, I was using the old 2008 computer and just had a super hard time of trying to find out where my cut points are because it wasn't able to edit the 1080p video that was in there. And then actually I could only ever output to 720p. The new version of iMovie actually allowed me to export it into 1080p, but I still had a lot of problems because of the hardware to read that videos, or read the 1080p video. So super hard to cut any sort of footage if you can't see exactly how fluid the movie is. So in a way, I'm going to count my first vlog as I'm going to blame it on the old computer being too old and crappy to cut it, which is why that video kind of sucked. Getting started in the video editing world and vlogging, it's all new. I'm still feel very uncomfortable talking to the camera, but we'll see how that goes. Today is actually Super Bowl Sunday. Tomorrow is a busy day. I'm actually on vacation this next week from work, but tomorrow's a busy day. I got to go to the dentist. I need to get my bag packed. Going snowboarding on Tuesday, so we're leaving Tuesday to go to Utah. And then tomorrow night I'm going to a concert to see Less Than Jake. If you don't know who they are, they're a ska band from Florida. I've been into them since early 2001-ish. I can't remember the exact first show I went to, but I know it was right when I was in college. So I'm super excited to see them tomorrow night. I have a 2-hour drive home from Minneapolis. Then at about 3 o'clock, I got to get up and get ready to go hop on a plane. So I got another drive 2 hours back to the cities. So today I ended up having to, I got to pack my bags, got to drive over to my buddy Corey's house, drop off my luggage. We're flying Frontier, and they're one of those cheap airlines that makes you pay for all your luggage that you bring. Even if you want to bring on a carry-on, they make you pay for that. So we have one huge suitcase. I think we're gonna split that up, throw both of our crap in there, so that we're only paying for one bag, because we do have our snowboard bag as well. Now with our snowboarding bag, we're able to take both of our snowboards, get both of our snowboards in there, both of our boots, both of our bindings, maybe a few extra clothes, which should be less than the 50-pound weight limit that most of those airlines allow. So hopefully they're not too big of dicks about it, because it obviously is bigger than their normal sizes that they allow, but since it's sporting equipment, they usually will just let it go through. If you ever do fly Frontier, make sure you buy your bags in advance. It costs $25 a bag on our way to Utah, and then on our way home, their rates increase, so then we have to pay $30 a bag. So between the two of us, 2 bags there, 2 bags back, $110. Which, if you factor it into your normal flights, if I had taken a Delta or that, I could have brought on a carry-on and my personal items. So I got my backpack, I'll be bringing that. And then had I brought a suitcase, I wouldn't have had to pay. But the flight was a lot more expensive. So kind of figure that out when you're booking your flights. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to go start finding my crap I need to start packing up. So this isn't going to be the fun part. I hate packing. So I was lucky enough to not have to run over to my buddy Corey's house. He actually stopped by and dropped off the snowboards for us. So now my job is to pack up the snowboard bags, and he'll pack up his luggage. So it'll take a little work to get everything packed in here, but should go by pretty quick. So in order to pack up the snowboards, we're gonna have to do a little, you gotta remove the bindings on one of these boards and kind of figure everything out. So I ride a Burton Clash Flying V. I think this is a 157. Corey's boards, he has a Solomon. His is shorter than mine, so mine will have to go on the bottom. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to have to remove the bindings on my board. Like I said, mine is longer than Corey's. If you're ever going to pack a snowboard and you're going to pack 2 of them, hopefully you kept your bag from your snowboard when you bought it. This is a fabric one that actually came with this Burton board. I actually ordered this from Burton itself, so it came with this bag. My older Burton board came in a plastic bag, and I still kept this so that I can store it. So I usually store my boards without any bindings on them. But I'm not bringing that one, I'm bringing this one. So we're going to take this board and first in our bag. Now if you ever buy a snowboarding bag, buy the biggest one you can, because you can put a lot of extra gear in here, like your snow pants, your jacket, your boots, your bindings, and all that stuff. So my board is a 157. It's a Burton Process Flying V, and this bag is a Burton 166 bag, so it's got plenty of room in here. And this is a roller bag, so it has wheels on the end. So they do sell cheaper bags that don't have wheels on them that you're supposed to carry. Do not buy those, because then you're stuck carrying around a 50-pound snowboard bag. Way easier just to roll it around. So I took out my bindings, and now I got all these screws and these plates I got to make sure that I don't lose. So what I actually do is I took a piece of cardboard. This is from a pizza box, and I just cut little holes into it so I can push all my screws in here. So now when I get to my destination, I know that I have my screws available, and I didn't lose any just by throwing them into my boot. So there you go, just stacked up there. And then I'll take these 2 plates and the screws, throw them in a plastic bag, along with the screwdriver. Don't forget your screwdriver. And then these can actually just get stuck right inside my boots. Shove them down on the bottom. And if you have any smaller items, make sure you stick those in your boots too. So I'm going to be stacking Corey's board right on top of this one. I have a pair of pants here. I usually wear snowboard, and I'll stick those in between too to save some space. Corey's board will go right there. I gotta drop down all these bindings and straps and stuff like that. Get as flat as we can. Now pretty much every trip I've been on, the TSA has gone through my bag. I always get those little sheets of paper that said that they opened up and checked it out. So always make sure your little items are all secure, either inside your boot or inside your normal bag. And everything else, we're just gonna lay some of these down. Now I always put my bindings and stuff in between clothes to make sure that they're not gonna scratch up the other snowboards in here. Or even if you just have one snowboard in here, make sure you're not scratching up the finish on any of it. Well, we got it to fit. Now we just got to worry about the weight. So years before, I've never had problems with hitting my 50-pound weight limit. I have a postal scale upstairs, so let's go ahead and go test that out and see where we're sitting at. So we got 44 pounds, 9 ounces, so we're within our 5 pounds there, so we should be pretty good to go. Now we just got to put this aside and wait for Tuesday morning.